Trump flag swapping of land in
Swapping of
Ukraine.
territories to the betterment of both. And but we'll be talking about that either later or tomorrow or whatever. Something much better. That could have been a world war. I think if we didn't come, Ukraine-Russia would have ended up being a world war. And I stopped that. I want to save a lot of lives. I love saving lives. That's what it's about. And you know, when you save lives, you really end up having a peaceful world.
Now, Russia, meanwhile, is already laying out its demands. The Kremlin claims that 4 regions, Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia and Kherson, as well as Crimea, that was annexed back in 2014. The officials in Moscow say that Putin will discuss these claims with Trump in Alaska, calling the talks a challenging but necessary step towards a resolution. But in Kiev, the message is pretty clear. No Ukrainian land will be handed over to the occupier. President Volodymyr Zelensky said that his country's constitution prohibits such a move, and that any deal that is made without Ukraine will not bring real peace.
Ukrainians will not give their land to the occupier. Ukraine is ready for real decisions that can bring peace. Any decisions that are against us, any decisions that are without Ukraine, are at the same time decisions against peace. They will not achieve anything. These are stillborn decisions. They are unworkable decisions.
Now, Zelensky has also been speaking with European leaders, including Francis Macron, and leaders from the United Kingdom, Estonia and Denmark, to ensure that if a ceasefire or peace framework were to emerge, then Ukraine's allies will have a seat at the table. From Washington to Moscow to Kiev, the stakes could not be higher, and the next move will play out under the glare of the world in Alaska. So this, of course, remember, is a very crucial moment in the Ukraine war. The 2 leaders that you're seeing on your screens, Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump, will be taking part in a summit meeting in Alaska. But the 3rd leader on your screen, Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, where the war is happening, is not going to be there. So it now remains to be seen as to what sort of a deal could be struck between the American president and the Russian president. And the question is also obviously this: if the deal is not acceptable to the Ukrainians, can there be peace? So these are some very crucial moments, and it needs to be seen as to what the American offer is. And also, will Russia climb down from its stated position where it has said that it wants to take over and annex the territories that it has captured? Will Ukraine agree to cede that, or is there going to be a plan to exchange some territories? It is still not clear. But Ukraine being a part of the NATO military alliance is something that has been completely ruled out by Russia. And there are a number of other issues that will also come up for discussion. It now remains to be seen whether Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin can actually strike a deal, because the 2 of them have had 6 phone calls before. Donald Trump, during his campaigning days, had said